Hello, Dreamers. Perla here. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. So this is the Zodiac Weekly Messages. This video will be timestamped. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. I feel like I have to say it as a disclaimer as I did with the other video. The main energy that I am picking up is love and relationships. So most of these general messages this week most likely will be geared more towards relationship and love, just so you guys are aware, okay? Alrighty. So Aries. Aries, this week there is this energy of feeling a little bit of ungrounding or feeling a little bit unstable. I'm picking it up more like throughout like your root chakra and things like that, where you're not feeling very grounded or not stable enough, whether this is within your own personal life or this is within a relationship, like a romantic relationship or something like that. There's something here that is making you question the truth of something, the truth and the honor of something. That's weird. Okay. So, okay. You're finding, and I don't know, and again, because these are just general readings. You're finding out that somebody's like a serial cheater or a serial liar, um, and you're kind of questioning, like you're questioning yourself for not seeing something sooner, or you're questioning yourself for falling for something or for not realizing like someone's true nature or something of that matter. And I think that that is the energy that wants to be addressed here. Like, from time to time, you will come across somebody that will play you a fool, right? Like it is what it is, right? And you may have let your guard down when it was with this individual, whatever it is, and now you're seeing like their true colors or you're seeing like their true nature. And as you're seeing someone's true nature, you're falling into the space where then you start to doubt yourself or you start to question yourself. And I will say this one thing though. I don't think that it's necessarily about you questioning yourself or doubting yourself. It is about you learning to listen to yourself. Because spirit lets you know exactly who someone is right off the bat. And a lot of the times, what you guys tend to do is try to ignore it. Or you try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, even though spirit already told you, like, they are this way or this is what they're going to do. And I think that instead of blaming yourself or instead of going into the space where you start to doubt yourself or question yourself, question your intuition, instead, let's be honest, right? I'll be honest with yourself that this is not about a lack of intuition or a lack of like picking up or reading energy. This is a lack uh, of listening to yourself and following through with what your intuition brings you forth. This is a lack of like not wanting to listen, not wanting to see someone's true nature. Excuse me. So just kind of be aware of that because, again, this is not meant for you to be blaming yourself or to be going down this spiral out of control energy where you then do not feel like safe within your own person, because that can start causing a lot of other issues, right? So like if you don't feel grounded within who you are, then you start to question not just everything that you're doing but everything that you've done and everything that you want to do, and you don't want to spiral out of control is basically what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card for Aries. An oracle card. Clover, release your guilt, number 21. Is exactly what we were just talking about. So like stop blaming yourself for not listening, because that's really what it was here. So spirit showed you something, spirit warned you about something, and you still went down that route. And now you're in this space where you're not trusting yourself. And spirit is like, you know what, release that. Like this is about you learning to listen and you learning to see the clear messages that I'm sending you and learning to trust them. This is not about you blaming yourself. All right, love? All righty. Taurus, there's an energy here of this is going to be maybe more than one person or whatever it is, but somebody wants your attention or somebody wants to be a part of what it is that you are celebrating, what it is that you are creating, what it is that that is working out in your favor. Somebody is seeing you succeed, somebody is seeing you win, and they feel like they are in the back seat. They feel like they very much need to be front and center with you. Now, whether this is an ex or maybe this is the person that you're with right now, I don't know. There was here some type of energy about doubt, somebody second guessing or questioning whether you were going to achieve something or whether you were going to do something, and now all of a sudden they're hitting you up or they're showing up at your front door, whatever it is. It's more of an, again, It's just this energy of like somebody wanting to partake, is what I hear, of what it is that you've built or you've created. For those of you that this is an ex, they feel that they are entitled to what it is that you're receiving, and they very much want back into your life in whatever shape or form that may look like. There's something here about a guitar. I don't know who specifically that is for, but I do see a guitar there. There's no storyline behind it, just a guitar. I don't know, did you write a song like about an ex, or did you write a book? Did you write a short story? Something that you may have included an aspect or a part of that had to do something with an ex. And maybe this is the reason why they feel like they are entitled to something. Um, or maybe a friend. I don't know. There's something here like it's like, oh, you used this or you said this about me. So now I'm entitled to what it is that you're receiving or what it is that you're celebrating. Excuse me. I don't know, just I want you to stay here where you are in your little bubble, celebrating, enjoying life. And honestly, the best thing that you can do when it comes to this energy is ignore it. There's no need to entertain this energy. I see very much everything in your life going in accordance to what it is that you like, that you want. Excuse me. There is this space where you are in alignment with your path, and you're protected on either side, is what I'm picking up. And it's weird because the way that I'm picking it up, it's like you're protected on either side. And and it's interesting because like as I'm seeing the protection and I'm seeing the alignment right in the middle, it also forms like a sword. So for whoever of you that needed to know something about a sword or whatever, but it's coming in that way, and it's like you're protected like in this physical world as well as in the spiritual realm. So there is no need here to hold back, or no need here to shrink yourself, or no need here to worry that somebody's going to come in and take something that is yours, something that you have worked for, because you are protected, is what I keep on hearing. And as I say that, we have the princess, the number one. And what is she holding? A sword. You can be your own knight. And I feel that this is the energy that you are embodying. I feel that you very much stood up for yourself. You very much went after what it was that you wanted. You created you created the success that you wanted in life. And you're just like, nah, fuck it. Like, whoever tries to come and take this, like, they're going to have to fight me for this. But in reality, it's more of like fighting your spiritual team. And I also feel like physically, you may have like people that are there to support you and are there to help you or protect you in some way, shape, or form. So I really do like the energy that you are embodying. I like the fact that you are not holding yourself back, or you're not responding to this individual, to these group of people that feel that they are entitled to what it is that you have gained. Geminis, you've had I don't want to say so much like a rocky relationship, but you've had an interesting relationship with somebody, or a situationship with somebody. And it's almost kind of like becoming a little bit too much to bear. I keep on feeling most of the energy like in my lower hip, dead center. And it almost kind of feels like something is like like pushing down, or like pressure being pushed down on that area. So like think about like where a tramp stamp will be, like in your lower back, specifically like right in the middle, and that's where I'm feeling the energy. So there's a connection or relationship that you've been in, that you've been staying in more for the fun of it, or the not really wanting to be single again, just kind of keeping somebody like on the side. But lately it has felt like it is time to kind of end this. Like there's the little satisfaction that you may have gotten from like hooking up, or the little satisfaction that you may have gotten from like just hanging out, whatever it is, like has faded. There is a part of you that like it's like your soul is requiring more. I'm sorry guys, give me a second. I keep on hearing the rain really loud. I think I have to close my window all the way. Anyways, I can't tell because it's so dark outside, but I think I have to close my window all the way. Anyways, let's get back to this. But there is a sense here that you're needing to make a decision, and you're needing to stick to it. This whole situation of like you just staying in something because it's better than nothing mentality really needs to shift. If you want to be in the type of relationship that your soul is actually craving, that your spirit is actually trying to guide you towards. This situationship between you and this person has run its course, and it was what it was, and it gave what it gave, and there's no need to kind of like keep dragging it. Now what is interesting here is like the minute that you try to end this, or you're hinting at ending this person spirals, and the way that they spiral is like then they try to offer you all the things that you've been asking for, all the things that you've wanted. Like And again, I need you to hear what I'm saying. They offer, so de la boca para afuera, right? De la boca para afuera, like they're just speaking it. There's no action behind it. So these are empty promises of things that they know and you yourself know that they're not going to follow through with. So I need you to really pay attention to that space when that comes up, right? Because they also feel like you, like, you know, it's better to be in, and again, as I say this, guys, use your own discernment. I do see that there is love here. There is two people here that really do care for each other, but there is one person here that is content and okay with where life is for them. And then I have the other person being very ambitious, very outgoing, and not wanting to settle, not being exactly. And when I say not contempt, it's like you desire more for your life, not just financially, but also romantically, physically, emotionally, etc. And this person doesn't. So right off the bat, you know that the alignment between the two of you is off. And again, this is why I feel like some of you just kept it as a like, oh, it's better than nothing, but your spirit is getting tired of the better than nothing type of energy. Excuse me, why am I losing my voice? I'm gonna have to make some tea. All right, let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card as your closing message. We have the number 2, Evil Queen. You deserve sugar, not salt. Right? You need to stop settling for what is less. You need to stop settling for things that you keep saying that you don't want. It is okay for you to walk away from a situation so that you can go ahead and give yourself the space to open up for what it is that you truly want. Cancer. Cancer. There may be some challenges this week for you, for those of you that are in a relationship. There may be some miscommunication or misunderstanding with something that you're trying to say or that you're trying to convey to your significant other. So just be aware of that. I feel that in parts of it, to be honest with you, the main thing that is coming in is like miscommunication. Maybe there's something here about like needing to be direct and sticking to the facts when you're talking to your significant other. Like, and I need you to bear with me. I feel that at least with this week, your significant other is looking more for factual things, and they may be having they may have like a stressful week ahead of them or whatever when it comes to like work or stuff like that. And there's something about like they can't do emotional this week. And I know that that sucks, but I'm being completely honest with you. Like they cannot do emotional. Like they need to stick to factual things this week. So if you're addressing an issue and you're talking about like how you feel and this and that, they're looking at you like, seriously, I told you, like, not this week. Like this week I need help with A, B, C, and D. And you can read into that situation or that dynamic however you want. But there is somebody here, like I feel that the person that you're with is very good at communicating clearly. And sometimes that rubs you maybe the wrong way because you want to get into the emotional aspects of everything all the time. And this person sometimes just does not have the capacity in that moment to want to deal about their emotions with the emotional aspects of it. I feel like that whoever you're with can kind of separate like their emotional from like factual things when you guys are having discussion. And I feel like you have a little bit of harder time of doing that. So when they tell you like, hey, I just need the facts of this, you may get a little defensive, right? So like this can also come across like over explaining, right? So like a simple example is like, oh, hey, on Tuesday I need you to bring the dog to the vet because I need you to bring the vet to the dog at 6 p.m. Because I can't bring them because I have A, B, C, and D going and I'm going to be so stressed and this. And they're like, hey, asking me to bring the dog to the vet at 6 p.m. is more than enough information. Like, I can't go into like all the other shit right now. Like, that's kind of like what I feel that like the conversation is going by. And again, it's not that they're trying to be dismissive. It's like they either have some type of project or they have something that you are very much aware of that they have coming up that even their interactions with you this week is going to feel very limited. It's going to feel like they're keeping you at a distance. Even if you guys live together, whatever it is. And it's not necessarily that they're trying to, it's that they're very much like deep into whatever it is that they're creating or that they're doing. So there's a dynamic here of maybe you may be a little too clingy, Cancer, for whoever it is that you're dealing with, right? And this is where finding that balance, right, is very important, right? And it doesn't always have to be just with like a romantic partner. This can also be with whomever it is that you're dealing with, like family members or etc. Right? Sometimes we want all of our emotions to be received and to be perceived the same way that we see them. But sometimes you have to ask yourself, Are these emotions or these oversharings of emotion something deeper, something that maybe you haven't addressed? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. I love you, Cancers, but I'm just, just being honest with you. She just jumped and moved the camera, guys. I think I'm gonna have to get some type of other stand because every time she touches it, even with her tail, it just starts to shake. So we have, we have the morning, number 40. The world awaits you. So there is a sense here of like needing to maybe ground yourself a little, maybe needing to see how it is that you show up in the world, right? And what are your perception when it comes to communicating with a loved one, when it comes to these dynamics? Because I feel that sometimes, again, Cancer, and I'm sorry guys, I'm sitting on my bowl. Sometimes you may misunderstand how it is that your significant other is communicating with you. Okay. Leos. Leo, there's a lot of things coming up this week within a relationship that has to do with other relationships or has to do with things of the past. You and your significant other at the moment are processing a lot of shit from past relationships. Whether these past relationships were romantic or platonic is irrelevant. But the two of you are mirroring each other in the aspect of reevaluating where it is that the relationship between the two of you is going or is headed. Is this something that we want to fight for? Is this something that we want to stay in? Or is this something that we're ready to call it quits? Now, it's interesting because I feel that both of you are at a standstill. So both, maybe you guys are wanting to stay together because of the time invested. Maybe there are children, maybe there are assets or whatever it is. Maybe you just don't want to grow old by yourself or whatever it is. So there is a standstill energy. I do not see a specific decision being made this week, but I do see two people simultaneously dealing with shit from the past individually. So both of you are going to have like this standoffish type of attitude towards each other, but nobody's really communicating, nobody's really talking. You guys may talk about like the surface of things like, hey, what are we doing? I don't know. Do you know? No, I don't know. That type of thing. But nobody's talking about like what it is that they are processing on their own during this time. Because there is a deep dive here as trying to figure out like, is this even worth saving anymore? You're wanting somebody to be on your side. You're wanting somebody to see the truth of a situation. But then you're also focusing a lot on the potential that a situation has instead of realizing what it truly is at this moment in time. There are parts of this person that you see from time to time, but they are short-lived. So the person that you're with may come from time to time, show up as your ideal partner. From time to time, show up as the person that you've dreamt of the person that you want to share your life with. But it is very short-lived, and then they retract. And this happens for many different reasons. Sometimes it is a reminder to you that you deserve that, but you deserve it at a more consistent level. This can also be this person hasn't worked through their shadow work or anything like that, and they try to find this balance, but ultimately retract, right? Because they can't keep. It's almost kind of like even if they find a little bit of light, they're not able to stay in it for too long because their own shadows are like their own shadow has such a big cast over them that pulls them back or draws them back. So, excuse me, why did I say this? I say this because I need you to see the reality of something so that you don't stay stuck in something just waiting for somebody to face their shadows because maybe they're not ready to face them just yet. So as I was going to start shuffling, the number 30 card fell out and says the castle. It is time for healing, not war. So during this week, again, as you're processing whatever it is that you're processing internally, and so are they, I would advise not having those difficult conversations during this week. If they approach or whatever, just be like, you know what, let's take this week to think about it, and then let's talk about it on Saturday. Let's talk about it on Sunday, or etc. Because both of you are very heavily emotional at this moment in time. And if a conversation were to occur, it's not going to end in good terms for neither of you. Like this is something that can potentially like really blow up into something really big. So I would, if I were you, I would honor the space that you're in with the triggers that are coming up, with the things that you are processing, and allow yourself to truly heal through those spaces before having this conversation. Virgos, there is somebody is motivating you to do more, or the idea of someone is motivating you to do more, or motivating you or pushing you to do more. I don't know. Either have you either have a crush on someone, or you are, hold on guys. So you either have a crush on somebody, or or somebody that you're waiting for. Why am I picking it up as waiting for? Um, or maybe this is just like, maybe you told yourself like, oh, I'm not gonna date until um I'm not gonna date until this, right? Until I'm financially set, whatever that is. Or I'm not gonna date until this, or whatever. So there's something here that you have connected with the energy of dating, with the energy of being with someone, that you're not gonna do that until A, B, C, and D is taken care of. And maybe you're talking to this person or whatever it is, and you're wanting to accomplish whatever that is, right? So it could be something as simple like, oh, I'm not gonna date until I move out on my own. Like if you're living with a roommate, or you're living with a parent, or whatever it is, right? Or I'm not gonna date until I do whatever it is, right? There's some kind of condition that you have put on yourself around dating. And there's an excitement. Maybe you've met somebody new. Maybe you've been talking to somebody for a while. And now there's an excitement, and there's kind of like this speed energy coming through of like, okay, now I'm motivated. I need to get this done because I need to be with this person. That's the energy that I'm picking up. So you are looking forward to connecting with somebody in a romantic way. Or maybe you just have a crush on somebody, and you're getting excited about dating, or etc. Your card is number 5, which is the stars. You can manifest your every wish. And that's exactly how you feel. You're like, you know what? I got this in the bag. This is going to happen, and I'm going to be with this person, or I'm going to be with this type of person, or whatever it is, right? You're very much in a space of like, let's get this done. Like, let's get this done and over with, right? Um, and and again, the conditions that you're putting around relationships, this is because I need people here to use their discernment. This is not about somebody that is lacking self-worth or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that some of you, it's like you treat relationships the same way that you treat everything else in your life. There is a structure around it. And for you, it's like you're like, until I'm not making this amount of money, or until I don't have this type of lifestyle, I choose not to date anybody, because I know what I want to have when it comes to relationship, right? And that may not sit well with everybody if they're not in that frequency, if they're not in alignment with you, and that's perfectly fine. So again, you have either met somebody, or you reconnected with somebody that now is giving you that urgency to go ahead and do whatever it is that you said that you were going to do in order to be with them. Okay? Okay. Libras, be very aware of somebody from your past trying to reach you or trying to make contact with you. I see here more than one person from your past trying to contact you. For some of you, it's just a friendly hello, how are you, how's everything? For others of you, somebody's trying to see if you're still stuck on them, or if they still have a way back into your life. Just be aware. If I were you, to be honest with you, especially for those of you that are in a committed relationship, I will, like if somebody reaches out and they're like, hey, how are you, how's everything? Excuse me. You know, and you want to respond, hey, everything is good. How's everything with you? That's it. Like, end the conversation there. There's no need to prolong anything, is what I'm picking up. I'm not going to lie. Some of you like love the flirting, and there's nothing wrong with it. Just if you are in a committed relationship, just beware that your significant other may not like you flirting in a certain way with an ex or whatever, depending on what the dynamics of your relationships is, of course. So just take that with a grain of salt. The only thing here is that I feel like sometimes Libras, I'm going to be completely honest with you, the lines are blur about like what's inappropriate. Especially for those of you that are in a relationship, you cannot have, and when I say you cannot have the same behaviors that you did when you were single, we're talking about the flirting, the flirting and the crossing certain lines with people. If it is something that in your current relationship is viewed or seen as a betrayal, just be aware of that. Because there is a fine line here. If, you know, this can be old friends, old high school friends, old friends in general, people that are just like reaching out and stuff like that. And again, there is a flirtatious energy here that is coming through, but all I keep hearing is like, I feel that this message is for all of you that are in a relationship, like beware. Beware that you're not crossing certain lines. Maybe you are single, but maybe the person that is reaching out to you is not. And if they are in a serious relationship, again, just beware. Just because this is something that can blow up in your face, and it's something that if it does blow up in your face, it's going to be very sudden. That you're going to be like, how the fuck did this shit get out of control so quickly? Okay. All right. So give me an oracle card, Spirit, for Libra, an oracle card for Libra. What is your closing message? So we have the number 12, expectation. Don't seek anyone's approval. This dynamic where you go into these borderline, you know, spaces when it comes to flirting and things like that is because some of you are still looking for some type of validation. Some of you still want to, you want outside validation that you're still handsome, that you're still sexy, that you're still beautiful, that you're still cute, or etc. And that is where you have to be careful, because if this is something that you feel that you need, then it is a conversation that I urge you to have with your significant other, and let them know, like, hey, I feel like you don't see me, or I feel like you don't give me enough compliments, whether you're male or female, right? And just have that open, honest conversation with them. Be like, you know what, like, part of my love language is, you know, compliments, receiving compliments, giving compliments, etc. Instead of immediately going outside of this dynamic or this relationship to seek it somewhere else. And you shouldn't worry about how other people are going to view that conversation that you're going to have with your significant other, because that is a private conversation that the two of you are having. Okay. Scorpios, you have an energy here of like feeling like a lot of things are happening at once, or feeling like things are moving too fast. You may have a relationship that is fairly new, but is moving very, very fast. You're still trying to find your footing in it. You're still trying to figure out how to move forward, or how to be okay with the situation. Now, for those of you that, if this is not a new relationship, maybe there is a current long-term relationship, which the dynamic of the relationship is changing. There may be a separation here. There may be more kids or something. There's something big that is changing the dynamic of a current relationship, whether it is a new one or an old one. And whichever of the spectrum you're in, there is a space here of needing to find your footing, but not being quite comfortable with how things are moving or how fast things are changing. Wanting to like press pause on life to catch your breath. This is an energy of like a lot of you're very much overwhelmed. You're very much whoa, like this is too much. Like, can I just slow down? Can I just catch my breath? It's like one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. This is kind of like one of those, unfortunately, like one of those spaces where it's like we're asking yourself like, what's next? So like, what else can go wrong? And boom, something else goes wrong. So just kind of be aware of that for those of you that are in that space. For those of you that are single, I do see you here mingling and flirting and talking to people. Some of you that are not single are also doing this. I'm not gonna lie. There is a flirtatious energy. There is also a lot of like backstory or the past. I don't know what the past has to do with any of this, but I just somebody keeps on looking at the past. Somebody here is reminiscing on some pictures or on some memories. Somebody here is regretting walking away from something, or someone is regretting the dynamic of something here. So you apply that energy wherever it fits you, Scorpio. Now I got to think, because I do have a Scorpio rising, so I'm trying to figure out, because I'm definitely in the flirting stages of things. But anyways, I be laughing, guys. Don't pay me any mind. But there is I'm a Capricorn. Just so if you guys don't know, I'm a Capricorn sun, but I am a Scorpio rising. There is a sense here that you guys need to like fully let go of the past, or change the perception that you have about something in the past, in order for you to truly move on, or to really embrace the current relationship that you're in, or change the perception of how you think things should be, and stop comparing your current relationship to a past relationship. That is the biggest dilemma here for you guys. You're comparing whoever it is that you're with right now to somebody from your past, and it's not fair to that person that you're with, my love. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. Oh my god, I almost feel like puking. I mean, guys, you got a choice. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You get yourself in these situations, and then you want to go ahead and cry a river because you don't like the way that something turned out. But I'm going to say with all the love in my heart, guys, you put yourself in the situation. Now it's like, you know how they say, like, you made your bed, now you have to lay in it. That's kind of like where you're at. And nobody can tell you how to move forward or how to maneuver this space, but you do have to take responsibility and accountability for the situation that you're in at this moment in time. All right. All righty. Let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card for your closing message, Scorpio. Just one card. Shark, number 35, swim away from the situation. There's just a situation here that, again, something is either going too fast, something seems very forcefully, something feels, there has to be, there is a need for a separation. There is a need for a distance between you and a significant other. And you guys are not listening. You're trying to force something that is not meant to be. And unfortunately, excuse me, guys, I see that a lot of you are not going to walk away from this, and maybe come back to this reading in like 6 months, because something is going to unfold between now and 6 months. We are in, what month are we in now? This is for April 21. This is for April 30th. Right? This is for April 30th. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking because I'm recording ahead of time. So around October or something, this relationship is going to have, if you stay with this person around October, end of October or so, this relationship is going to have a major blow up that you're going to be like, fuck, I should have left this. And for some of you, this blow up or whatever may even become physical. Just letting you know. Sagittarius. I don't know why I gotta say it like that, but that's the way that I'm picking it up. Oh my God, Sag. You are in love. You are infatuated with someone. You are on cloud 9 with someone right now. You guys may be planning a getaway, maybe planning a little trip, or just maybe a weekend in. There's something here about like reconnecting with somebody in a romantic way. So this is whether you've been with this person for a long time, or maybe this is somebody new, but there is this sense of love, or we found love, or something of that matter. There's something about the two of you choosing each other over everyone else is what I keep on hearing. You may be in a relationship or a marriage or something like that with someone, excuse me, that has children from a previous marriage, right? And hold on, because I be moving this mic and then it don't be sounding all good when I be re-listening, like when I'm editing these videos. Anyways, there's something here where your significant other, like their children from a previous marriage or something like that, were causing some type of issue. Whether it was that they were being disrespectful to you, or is a dynamic here where they were, when like, okay, let's say like when their mom was around, right? So like, let's say you're a man and you're married to a woman that has kids from another marriage. And when their mom is around, they behave in a certain way, but the minute that their mom walks out the door, they're very disrespectful to you, or vice versa. Like every time, their dad walks out the door, they're very disrespectful to you, or something of that dynamic. And for a period of time, your significant other kept telling you like, oh, just let them adjust, give them time to adjust. But now it's like, your person is seeing like, no, this needs to be addressed. And they are addressing it, but they're also taking some time for the two of you. So like they're planning either like a getaway, just the two of you, or like a weekend in, but just the two of you. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking at my 2 dogs over there spooning each other. And that's kind of like how you're going to be like spooning your significant other this weekend. Okay. All righty. So I like this energy. So whatever it was that was causing tensions and issues between the two of you is being resolved, or at least is being addressed during this week. All right, let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card, Sag. Number 23 is confidence. It comes with time and practice. So there's something here, like when we talk about confidence, we talk about like how it is that you see yourself or you view yourself. While the dynamic of this relationship was sorting itself out, you started to really question yourself like as a person, or as a stepmother, as a stepfather, or whatever it was. But you're realizing that you weren't doing anything wrong in this dynamic. These were children that were, unfortunately, they were hurt over the fact that their parents are not together. And they may see you as an intruder as to why the reason, not why their parents separated, but the reason why their parents can't get back together. So there is a dynamic here that, you know, those children, whether they're young or older, should be in therapy and should be getting help. But there is here a space where now that your significant other is acknowledging and realizing that there is an issue here that needs to be addressed, they are addressing it. So I feel that as you guys move forward in this, your confidence within not just your relationship with your significant other, but also with their children are also going to get better, if that makes sense. Because you're not going to be shrinking yourself and you're not going to be holding back. You're going to allow yourself to show as who you are, because you already know that your significant other has your back, because you're not making this shit up. Okay. Capricorns. Alrighty, Capricorns. What do we have? Somebody's asking you out, or somebody's wanting to take you out. There may be you may have a friend, Capricorn. You may know somebody that you talk to, or you chill with, or you hang out with, or whatever, and you're oblivious to the fact that they have a crush on you, or that they like you. So somebody's making that known, or somebody's making a known, because I feel like they're tired of like insinuating it, but you're not getting it, type of thing. Insinuating it, but you're not getting it. So there's something here about like somebody wanting to be very direct with letting you know that they are interested in you, letting you know that they want more with you, or something of that matter. This can either be a friend or a coworker, somebody that you are in contact with fairly often, is what I'm picking up. For those of you that are in a relationship, there is a sense here of I don't know, somebody from either your past or their past is coming back around, trying to start some shit. So just be aware of that. Somebody's trying to start some shit. If you have an ex that has moved on with somebody else, like their significant other is trying to start some shit up with you. So just kind of be aware of that, like something from the past, whether it is the ex or the ex's new person or whatever, trying to start some type of drama or shit with you. You don't have to engage if you don't choose to. It is completely up to you, whether you engage with that energy or not. For those of you that are single, and I'm gonna say this with all the love in my heart. Excuse me. Sorry, like I touched my phone by mistake. For those of you that are single, there is a sense here that some of you have even forgotten how to fucking flirt, or how it feels like when somebody's flirting with you. And I feel like this is why whoever it is like just gonna come on very direct and be like, hey, want to go out to dinner, or want to meet up for drinks, or whatever it is, because you have forgotten how to flirt. You have forgotten what it feels like when somebody's flirting with you. Or maybe you're meeting somebody, or you like, again, I feel like you already know this person. You and this person already have some type of communication, whether it is through social media, or this person has your number, or something of that matter. But somebody is very much coming in and being like, let's see if there's something here, right? As these are being released, I will be sleeping. En el quinto sueño. I'll be post-surgery, one day post-surgery by the time these come out. So I will be sleeping a lot. Alrighty. So we have the raindrops. Take a chance on them. Number 39. So whoever it is that is coming towards you, you're being asked to have an open mind. Maybe take a chance. You don't have to commit to like marry somebody right away, Cap. You can just go ahead and go on a date, have that drink, chill, hang out, see. Maybe there is potential here. Or maybe just learn how to flirt again, my love. Alrighty. Aquarius, you're very much trying to focus this week more on your career and your business, or either or both if you have both. But there's something here where your love life keeps on interfering with you moving forward, or with you achieving something. You may be in a relationship with somebody that requires a lot of attention, or requires a lot of, excuse me, they require a lot of attention, or a lot of like, yeah, it's just a lot of fucking attention. Like they're very much like me type of energy, and they're really not helping when it comes to like picking up the slacks with certain things, or helping when it comes to the things that you're asking for help, especially for those of you that are trying, like you either have like a little side hustle or a little side business and stuff like that, and like you're asking for help. You're like, hey, can you help with like at least a fucking load of laundry or something of that matter? And it almost feels like you're in a relationship with somebody that secretly competes with you. So they like the idea of you being successful because they can benefit from that, but they don't want to pick up any slacks, or they don't want to put more on their plate in order to help you become successful. Does that make sense? And they low key want to be more successful than you at the same time. So just kind of be aware of that energy. If you are with somebody that every time you ask for help, or you ask them to take on more to help you with certain things, especially like if you have like a big event coming or something like that, and they always have an excuse not to help you, then kind of question yourself, like what kind of, how is it that you're planning or you're trying to build an empire or whatever with somebody that is not on the same page as you, that is not even willing to help you with like an extra load of laundry, or is willing to help you with picking up the kids from school or dropping off the kids. Like it's not, they're not willing to help with the load of the things that you have to do on a day-to-day basis. Just kind of like ask yourself that, like how am I gonna, because I feel like you push and you push and you push, and then you get to a point where you just want to give up because you feel like, damn, like I keep on doing I can't keep on doing all of this that I'm doing at home, all of this that I'm doing at work, and all of this, and try to build this, because this requires me to invest more time than what I actually have at this moment in time. And and the fact is that if your significant other was to chip in with at least one or two extra things, that would free up the time for you to go ahead and do that. Number 6, we have the dragons. Slay them all. You're going to have to get a little creative. You're going to have to start delegating things without necessarily asking. I know it sounds like you're going to be like a bitch, but it is what it is. Like, you need to stop giving your significant other the choice whether they help you or not, and you need to be very clear, like, okay, on Tuesday and Thursday you're going to be picking up the kids from school, or on Friday and Mondays you're doing drop-offs in the morning, right? Because you know their schedule. You know when they're able to. So like, if you know that they can do the drop-offs like 2 days out of the week, just delegate that shit. Like, honest to God, like, because you are dealing with somebody that unfortunately needs to be told to do it. Like, they're not going to offer to go ahead and do it. And on that mark, I would really reconsider whether to stay in that relationship or not, because it very much feels like you are a single parent that is married at this point. Pisces, this is weird. You're grieving something that hasn't even happened yet, or you're in the midst of grieving something that has not occurred yet. How does this look like? Let's say if you're switching jobs, maybe you're grieving the current job that you're in, that you're leaving. If you're moving, you're grieving the current state, the current house, the current country, whatever it is. So there is a lot of nostalgia in this space where you're reminiscing, you're looking at what it was that you created within a space with someone. I don't necessarily see it as I don't see here like a breakup or anything like that. I feel that you and your partner are looking at a move in two completely different ways. And when I say a move, it's like a big change, right? Whether you're physically moving somewhere else, or maybe like there's again a dynamic of like, you know, changing jobs, changing careers, maybe adding another children. Like, there's something of like the norm of what it is right now is going to be changing within the next couple of months. And you're very much in that space of grieving. Like, you're grieving it, but you're also celebrating the norm that is now. And your significant other is more excited about what the new has to bring, right? So whether it's a new career, whether it is a new child, or whatever it is. Now, I do see here, especially if you don't want to have a kid, my love, get yourself checked. Some of you think that your symptoms have something to do with something that has nothing to do with it. Some of you may think that you're premenopausal, or you're going through menopause and you're actually pregnant. So if you don't want to have another child, please, I advise you to go to your doctor and get checked, get seen, get everything evaluated. Because again, there is here like a, oops, baby, here I am. There's like a surprise pregnancy coming along. For most of you, this is going to be, and I say most of you, it is going to be a successful pregnancy. Like, it's going to come to term. For others of you, you're going to find out that you were pregnant and you're finding out through a miscarriage. And my condolences for those of you that is the case. What else do we have in this space? Excuse me. Seeing or being seen, something of that matter. I, I'm trying to figure out what is this in regards to, because I keep on seeing two eyes, right? Like, But it's weird because like one of them looks very cloudy. I shouldn't say cloudy. One of them looks blurry, like out of focus, and then the other one looks very much focused. So it's kind of like you're looking, but they're looking. So there's something here where there's a balance that is trying to be found within a relationship. There may have been something that threw a romantic relationship off track or off balance for a while. And now the two of you are trying to figure out, like, how do we find that balance back? But the two of you are more observing about what could be done, not necessarily taking so much action towards what could be done. So you guys are like looking at like either the part that you play in something, the part that they play in something, and then you're trying to figure out, okay, what can be done in this space to fix this, or what can be done in this space to better this, or whatever it is. And I really do love that energy because both of you are choosing your relationship over anything, but you're not forcing anything. You're allowing healing or whatever it is to come naturally. So we have the number 14, which is the thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. And what is interesting about this energy as I'm tapping into it is the fact that the two of you, again, there may have been something difficult that occurred within your marriage. There might have been a disagreement. There may be something that caused some type of distance between the two of you. And now the two of you, again, are very much committed to staying in this relationship and are working or trying to work on how to make a relationship stronger, how to have a more solid foundation that is grounded, and not just physically, but also spiritually, that is grounded emotionally, and where each of you are receiving exactly what it is that you guys need in order to feel safe, in order to feel validated and seen within a relationship. And I really do love that energy for you guys. Alrighty, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.